Percible. I'm gonna go to Percival. Everybody knows I'm going to Percival, but anybody can go. Chicken Man wants to too. Probably, I don't know. Percival versus Rebellion. Matcherino. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are on a whim in the Korean Starcraft League. Week 84, which is now becoming month 84. It's kind of sad that we got down to here, but we still have it thanks to you guys. I need to actually check my Patreon contribution to that. I think I might be to a point where I can put a little more in just in case we dip. Anyway, spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Ruby Rock in the blue, it is our Korean Terran man, Mr. Percival from Kirktown. And his opponent in the upper left, he's pink. He is cheeky. He gave us some funny-ass shit in the OSC Masters Cup this year. It is Rebellion, our Korean Protoss. Rebellion going for a Gate Scout. Percival with no gas just yet. Is he going to go 1 or 2 gas? The man dabbles. The man cooks. I'm kind of curious to see the build of both. Rebellion could be pretty cheeky. So, that being said, I'm kind of excited for this one. Rebellion's an OG. He Twitch streams too, as does Percival. I wish they could monetize in Korea. Everything went down kind of. It was a bummer for our Korean amigos and amigas and TurboGrafx 16s. What? Did I say that? Anyway. SCV's dealing with the probe. Percival is being daring. He is going to go for a low ground CC. Uh-oh. Oh, he gets it. Let's say probe almost. It looked like he almost hesitated. The probe could have got the block. Probe going to go return home. Not a bad idea. It's just a marine opener for Percival. He's not going for a scout. Percival's not going for a scout. Pretty standard opener. As many of you guys know, this is not my favorite kind of Reaper wall. You actually need an... No, I don't know if... Yeah, I think you do need an additional structure too. But on top of that, it's just too punishable by Tech Lab factory place. Oh, okay. Percival might be doing the build that I like. That he does. All right, so he's opening 4 Marines. No reactor. He's going to factory. Now, all right. Yeti, if you're there, I hope you see this build, because it could just be 3 racks factory. Percival's diving in to get the Adept, but the Adept's going to have high ground. That's the problem. Oh, look at that. That's actually good damage. He wards off the Adept. Denies scouting. I want to see if he actually 3 racks. He is going to 3 racks factory for sure. Nope, it's 2-1-1. Okay. He had his second gas. He's just going to saturate gas 1 at a time from the TC. Adept is going to be taking considerable damage. Very likely to... Oh, almost goes down, but not quite. Great anticipation and defense from Percival. Good job by Rebellion keeping that Adept alive, though. So he did keep the Adept alive. It is going to be just 2 gate from our Protoss. Actually, that is a wall. What am I saying? I guess. I don't know. 2 gate into a robo. Pretty standard stuff from Protoss, like the shield battery. Percival going for a Widow Mine drop. Adept still going to posture in the middle of it. Okay, that's actually pretty sick here. Where the Adept is. I should have changed the logo to the Korean Starcraft League. I'm like, and you know what? I'm not live on YouTube either. Yikes. It means I'm going to have to highlight and put this in. Does my mic sound okay, guys? Because I had to change some settings. I can't bounce back in scenes. I'm actually really excited. Sib John brought it to my attention. I had no idea what was going on. I literally looked at it up before and I swore it said it was this 7 or whenever next. I sound hot like it's too distorted. Yeah. What up, Ponz Muff? How you doing, buddy? Coffee pots here. Heinz buffs here. Just sexy as fuck. Thanks. Appreciate it. Okay. Looks like we're gonna get a stalker and a probe and lots of lost mining time on Rebellion. I guess that's a dub as long as this medevac makes it back home, which it should. Tit for tat, it's a stalker for two. Yeah, it's a almost equal trades. Usually you want to get a bunch of workers, but killing a stalker is actually pretty big. I like the double bunker right here is going to be pretty nice. Siege tank is here on the high ground. Oh, okay, decent SimCity from Percival. Like, real talk. Does have another tank. I like how he's pulling that one back. He's pulling the boys. He knows he couldn't siege that one just yet. He actually could get into a spot where he could siege it at some point. Percival could pull the boys back. Percival pull the boys back. Stem's gonna be done. He doesn't have an eBay just yet, but I think with the Viking and stuff, this could be a good timing attack. Percival dropping Marines pre-stem. The shield battery actually gonna come in kind of clutch here. Percival's gonna have to boot, scoot, and boogie out. The afterburns preemptively loses a little bit of time, but that medevac's already speedy, so that's good. The scouter pylon is going to possibly go down. No, Percival. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Percival. He might lose his medevac. Yikes. No, Percival. Oh, my God. He wasn't paying. It was like right over the pylon. That's unlucky. Okay, catches the observer, but that is a big loss. If he dropped it, he could have killed the two stalkers at least, even if he lost the medevac. Yeah, happy to hear, Hans buff. +1 on the way, combat shields as well. We got our tanks going. Medevac production charge is going to finish up here with an additional gate and the robo bay behind it. A little bit of an engagement in the center of the map. Losing that medevac is actually big with all those Marines. That being said, leg enhancement's not done just yet. This is a charge. And the tanks aren't sieged yet. Oh boy. Now the charge just finished right there. If that other medevac was here, this would be an easier fight. Viking actually doing some good DPS against the zealots, but now, make no mistake, Percival has to retreat here. And this was actually a decent move. Alright. Medevac going out again. He's just reposturing. He's trying to mess with the attention of Rebellion, but Rebellion looks like he might be in a good spot here. Yeah, I think that was a little... He could have sharked up there and then just went back and arced back. I think that would have been a better play in terms of trades, but that being said, Percival is about to finish +1 concussive shells on the way. He finally has some marauders with this. Siege tank gonna help a little, gets a blast on the zealots. Actually does a decent job, but at the end of the day, Protoss army supplies looking a little higher as the Colossi are popping out. Actually, he got an immortal first. Why did he get an immortal? I mean, I don't hate an immortal earlier on, but I think he should have just gone right for the Colossus because he had enough gateway units. Percival going to attempt another drop. Rebellion was right on top of that, though. It's pretty good for our Protoss. Percival going into his +1 infantry armor, getting his Vikings up. He knows what's up. More or less, it seems like he's pretty confident that it's indeed a Robo Bay opener. Widowmine catches the hallucinated Phoenix. Percival sharking out looking for a base, but there is none. War Prism coming in. Interesting choice from our Protoss, man. He went double forge behind all this. Now he's got his 4th base finishing up. Rebellion, not like overproducing. It's not to say overproducing workers, but he's kind of chilling out a little bit. And I don't hate that because he can get out a sizable, like at these times of the game, you can get out a sizable force. But now he's going to build them 4 at a time. All right. Army supply growing for both. Percival is going to have that Terran kind of spike a little bit, even though he was a little behind in production for a bit. So it's not going like horrible for him. Love the armory as and second eBay coming down. Percival's always so good at macroing behind this, but Rebellion also. He's a gamer as well. We'll see how this goes. Percival really needs that. Like in the old days, you'd go Ghost Academy and stuff. How you doing, Midnight Expansion? I totally forgot about the Korean Starcraft League. In the old days, you'd go Ghost Academy because, well, I'd say old days. Realistically, they had enhanced shockwave for a bit. Yeah, the ghost upgrade. And that would take up a lot of gas, and Terrans would be like, oh, it's impossible to get into 2-2 and 3-3. Well, when Protoss is double forged, you need it. So I really don't hate Percival doing this. Even though he's going to be behind, you got to try to keep afloat. Love the ghost switch. We're touching into the late game where Percival needs the hold here is the big thing. Widow Mines. Oh, nice stop on the Widow Mines right there, by the way. Big Widow Mine blast. Catching some big damage. There's Archons. There's Stalkers. There's a lot of Vikings they're going to take down the Colossi, but guess what? Now they're stuck in the air. Rebellion doesn't have much of an army supply left. Yikes. That was definitely a fight for Percival, for sure. As Rebellion goes into Disruptors. Now, he's not even getting Storm, which I understand why a lot of people have been dislike for, the disdain for the new Storm, but I think it would be important to get for the Vikings, if nothing else, but we're not really going into Colossus. He's getting one now, but he went in for a Disruptor. Alright, now it's just Turtle City, missile turrets everywhere, etc., etc. Percival gonna go try to split up his forces and disjoint this. I think Rebellion realizes something may be up. Ooh. Fighting up this ramp could be a problemo for Percival. Zealot run by attempted to go into the third. Only one Widow Mine to defend. Percival could deny the 5th base, though. And I believe he will do just that. Great job canceling from Percival. A supply depot, I believe, might even scout that. Let's see. Okay, Percival does scout that. Has a couple ghosts here. Yeah, Widow Mine almost kills the ghost. Yikes, it's an expensive loss, the ghost alone. So it's going to get this decent amount of workers, but real talk, I don't think it's the end of the world for Percival. His army supply is a little low. But that said, he's saturating his 4th. It wasn't the end of the world losing those workers, truthfully. He's got a 5th base coming down. He has to survive this. There's Disruptors. I like the Liberators in production. It's not a lot. There's a decent amount of Stalkers, but not a lot. And the Liberators are going to be really good for the Disruptors. Alright, I can't believe I've been streaming this long and with KSL. I'm a little embarrassed that I missed our own tournament. Chicken Man and I. Chicken Man had to hard carry it. I didn't even invite... Not invite. I like to get a hold of all the Korean players, or many of them, Thursday night or Wednesday. I swore it was next week. Well, how wrong was I? Percival had 120 army supply. 3-3 on the way. Protoss. Mr. Rebellion. Rebellion's been playing really well lately, honestly, too. Truth be told. So many Vikings, yeah. Problem with Vikings is where they seem all cool and all the memes, and they really... in the late game, they're not quite so good against Protoss outside of, you know... air units and Stalkers when they have the ship. That's with the ship weapons upgrade. Yeah, Percival is getting him. He doesn't have that +2 on the way for his ship weapons. I will say that. Disruptor is going to miss everything, even the Widow Mine. Okay, but now there's plenty of Widow Mines. I think the Vikings actually were deceptively hiding. If you guys noticed, Percival kind of hid his army a little bit. Oh, that was a nasty Nova. Percival can lose a lot of ghosts. Loses 2, it looked like. But nice splits. I mean, the Vikings do decent. They do surprisingly good ground damage where they're at. But yeah, Goliaths are S tier. Land him in the mineral line. I mean, he's gonna defend too. So realistically, he could. It's hard to use your Vikings here, but I don't. He's gonna need to just trade him out for ground pound. Because they will do a decent DPS against the Stalkers, at least. Obviously, the Immortals are going to do decent against them, but the Stalkers, even the Zealots to a point, they do all right. Percival with a drop on the other side of the map. Disjoints the gateway. Mineral lines would be ideal, but I'm saying, like, when you're getting your ship pushed in. So instead, Percival's making a big push over here. So he's trying to defend I feel like he's playing gotcha. Because now he's just going to have a bunch of Liberators. He's going into Ghost, Marauder, etc. It's a lot of Immortals. At the same time, Percival getting some damage on the other side of the map. He really needs to target fire. That pylon does do so. He needs to... Oh my gosh, he really needs to get out of there. Okay, Percival survives the onslaught, loses his third base, but guess what? Percival's got freaking command centers for days. The planetary fortress even getting by him a little bit of time to consolidate, but his army supply's looking pretty good. The Immortal's kind of scary, the Disruptor's scary, but all things considered, we're proper gaming here on both sides. Now, 100% he needed to trade out the Vikings. I'm not even denying that. I'm just saying he could have... I truthfully think he should have used them in the fight previously. It's just the Disruptors are the thing you don't want to... You don't want to use them to Disruptors, but if they do any kind of pounding... Okay, he gets a couple Disruptors. It's pretty good. The Vikings will be good at catching Warp Prisms. Alright, Percival trying to rejoin this, reconsolidate his army together here as he's approaching Max, his opponent. Rebellion getting a 6th base, and trying to anyway. See how this goes. Percival on the offensive now. As he's getting his ship weapons +2, Caduceus Reactor, Neo Steel, and High-Sec auto tracking. And this is a pretty late storm for my man Rebellion. Low-key, guys, we don't have it, like... I would really like... I want to ask Rebellion if he would join Kirktown. What do you guys think? I think Rebellion would be based as fuck. He's a really cool player. He doesn't always just play like, okay, I'm just going to play one... He's always got cool builds. He can play standard. He always has his twist. His PvP is fucking amazing. Definitely makes PvP more enjoyable when you got Rebellion at the helm. Oh boy, doesn't get the pylon in time. Yikes. It's a lot of Zealots, but I don't think it will matter that much. Ghost in the front's get kind of scary. Now, actually, yeah, Percival's got a lot. Oh my god. They both have a lot going on, both these guys. We got fights everywhere. And the Zealots are cleaned up. What a game. Okay, honestly, Rebellion has this base down here, but I think Percival's going to find it accidentally. Not that 2 units are going to really do too much, a Marine and a Marauder. But the medevacs are going into 2 photon cannons. Percival, no! Honestly, that was well worth the trade. Not even the Marauder. He saves the... This is where he can use his Vikings. Just kill his base. But now there's Colossus. He's going to need the Vikings. Oh, no. That base really isn't mining that much, so it's not the end of the world. Percival just needs to get back, defend his arm. He's not too far off. Beautiful Liberators. Nice liberation zones. All right, let's see what happens here as the Vikings dive forward. Remember that talk about trading the Vikings? I had a feeling usually Protoss are going to go into Colossi again at some point. It's always that bounce back. Not always, because when you don't see a Stargate transition, because there comes to a point where you need some guaranteed damage. And when you get in the late game, it gets crazy. The constant battle of Switcherino. Yeah, well, he's trying to get a Stargate, albeit quite a bit later than you normally want it for the late game. Oh yeah, he definitely does. Well, I mean, he's literally gonna counter to everything. The Storm was late. I feel like if Rebellion had Storm earlier, it wouldn't have been as much of a problem. The Vikings getting picked off could be great for Rebellion, though. That literally Rebellion's biggest chance is killing the Ghost, killing the power units, but mostly getting rid of the Vikings. If he can get the Vikings out, he might be able to deal with the, he might be able to get his Colossus out, and it's going to be, the uphill battle is going to be the Liberators after, which do have advanced ballistics. He has +3 ship weapons. Percival's absolutely fine. Rebellion is broke. Make no mistake, you got to kill on a CC, he can kill as many of these as he wants, and I don't think it's going to matter. Oh, Rebellion dropped a lot of Nexi. He's got to try to get an economy, but it ain't happening. There's just too much Percival all over this map as he's putting to look for bases that are non-existent. I think Rebellion might be tapping out in a bit. I can't blame him if he's not right now. Like, real talk, it's late game. If he can find some, like, miraculous positions, he could maybe do something. Like, if he had Storm right there, maybe it's gonna come down to some, like, terrific storms and crazy good engagements, and maybe he can make something happen. But Percival's already on top of the fringe outlying bases. I think this is you over, ladies and gentlemen, as Rebellion tries to advance. Percival is just deep in his side of the map. Oh, no medevacs right here. But the Marauders and the Ghosts clean up the Colossi. The last bit of the Protoss army trying to kill this off. This is a scrappy game. We got High Templar, more Stalkers warping in. But guess what? The High Templar are desperately trying to go back, but there's a Ghost. Oh, Ghost everywhere. Who are you going to call? Percival. Good game. I think Rebellion didn't play too bad either. Percival had his number. Rebellion had some great shots on in the earlier game. He had some good control and good defense. They're typing in Korean. I don't know what they're saying. Neverlast, what up? Sword mode on it. True, it is basically there. All right, here we go. Nobody has to be a mod, mind you, too. All right, here we go. Up Neverlast. Here we are in the bottom left-hand corner of Tourmaline in the blue SCVs. We got Mr. Percival from Kirktown leading with a points edge. And his opponent in the upper right in the pink, Protoss Probes. We got Rebellion back at it again. Will we get a game 3? That's the question. I hope so, honestly. I gotta root for my boy Percival. I'm literally gonna ask Rebellion after. Well, maybe not if it's like a sweep. Rebellion is my dude. I think it would be cool to have Rebellion. If Rebellion would join and get Kirktown clan tag, that'd be cool. I think Jumi took his off now. I know you don't care. Fractal, you like the sword. You know it. You get the Q. I'm not saying that. I'm saying I'm not saying I wanted to take it away. I'm saying if you guys don't want to be mod, you don't have to be mod. I ran out of VIP slots, basically. But I mean, realistically, enough of you guys have watched my channel in an insane amount that you have enough channel points where you could probably indefinitely queue songs up for 500 channel points. Your points wouldn't last long. Yeah, if you queue a lot, then I guess you could see that going down. 500 actually is, I think that's a very fair price for song requests, though. However, $1,630. Do you really have that many channel points? That's insane, Fractal. I didn't expect you to have that much. I know you're always in my stream, but damn, that's dedication. It's hard for me to say which channel points I have the most of, because like some people I would watch a lot. I haven't had the time, or now I'm between working and streaming myself. Obviously, I do put precedence on my streaming. I don't watch as much Twitch as I did, but I still watch quite a bit.
Hey, who wants to have some fun?
It's Mr. Hupseya. Thank you for the raid, Hup. Hope you had a good stream. I suck, Wiener. Nah. Only on weekends and holidays, Hup. On weekends and holidays. Oh shit, it's the weekend. And we just passed the holiday. Oh, you got me. Low key, I was gonna say, I did eat some kielbasa earlier, though. Shit was pretty good. But yeah, what do we say to that? Alright, well, the other side of it, looked like we had a Reaper go down. Adept got an SCV. A little bit of tit for tat here. Adept and Reaper going down with a worker, respectively. You go make dinner? Oh, yeah, cool. You taking it easy tonight? Oh, yeah, I had, it was funny, as mentioned earlier. I had leftover chili, and I had kielbasa, pierogi, and sauerkraut. A lot of commentary we're playing, yeah. Yep, as you do. Hub commentary can get pretty loud, too, so you gotta, I bet you're dripping sweat some days. Jesus, what up? I actually, funnily enough, West Utica used to be the Polish part of town. But, coincidentally, it's not from any of the good Polish butchers and delis. There's one literally a couple blocks away from me in the hood, which is extremely good deli, and then there's an actual butcher that is a mile and a half, 2 miles away. Both in the hood and the neighborhood. I prefer my cheese, cheese pierogies that I had potato and onion. Anyway, that being said, 7 workers fallen. Hellions getting some big damage in the natural as the Marine drop got a few. Oh my god, did all these probes get... Is this going to be over? That's a lot of damage. It's very committed from Percival, make no mistake, but we're looking at a massive worker deficit. Like, Rebellion's got to find some damage with these stalkers, and behind this we already have a siege tank, we have a Raven out, we have another siege tank coming. We do have the Warp Prism. Rebellion is, it's smartly, like, he's not overproducing workers. Like, well, he's supply blocked. He doesn't even have a pylon. That really messed with him. He should have dropped, like, a couple pylons down with this, honestly, and just, you're basically sending it. It could, I could see a world where it could normalize, but, yeah, he's got to be really cautious. He wants to get something done. It's hard because the clock's ticking, yet at the same time... Okay, there's only one tank there. Oh, nice. More Prism Micro from Rebellion as he saved the stalkers downtown. No, oh my god, that was a beautiful SCV pull from Percival. I thought, oh, poor Rebellion. Percival do be a little bit of a monster, but I was hoping Rebellion would give us a... that was too... Percival got so much damage done earlier. Make no mistake. Like, I mean, I guess if Rebellion can constantly get some pressure on, maybe. But yeah, this line of Marines, yeah. Oh, GG. That's a feels bad, man. That is GG. Proud of my boy Percival, but that was a rough one to go down to. I'm asking Rebellion. Because I'm a big fan of Rebellion. Rebellion already, he likes his clan tag. He's like, I'm not going anywhere. Don't blame him, I'm just asking. But Rebellion low-key is really fun. Percival, looking in good form. That one was a, ooh. Hello, Space. I just told Rebellion I'm a big fan. Can you hold lobby? I gotta use bathroom and get coffee. Happy New Year, Space. No sharing ability of my resub. Press F5.
Am I? Or am I so sane that you just blew your mind?
Space Music Man just subscribed. Oh yeah, duh.
Thank you, Spades, for the 49 months. All right, let's see what we have. We have... This is going to be a tough one, though. Rebellion might be like, well, did you really win? You got to fight Classic next. Well, the thing is about the KSL is the round of 8 always 49 months of free Prime subs. Well, it's not necessarily free. It's an extra feature you get. You request 1 drink, you can get 1 drink. It's the least I could do. I'm going to let other people be on. We're going to go to Percival. Well done by Rebellion nonetheless. That was a rough series, I can tell. Game 1 was definitely pretty good. Percival got to that perfect late game army, as Yeti said. But thank you, Space. Thanks, Hub, too. It's been pretty base. We've been starting off pretty good for the beginning of the year. Dan Macko gifted 50 subs that when even though it was before the first, they counted it on the first. And Aston and a bunch of, I don't know. We've been gaming. Couple subs today. Aston gave out 5. Space patches. Appreciate you guys. We're gonna get Percival versus Classic. Percival did beat Classic recently. And the Tenacious Turtle tussle from the Cranky Ducklings. Which is crazy. That's a big win. Classic is no slouch. Golabaki. Stuffed cabbage. Yes. It's good stuff. Glumkies. Nah, it's Polish. I know what you're saying. Where is El Clasico? Okay. We're just waiting for vetoes. And we'll get into it. Glumki, yes, they're good. I have everything but the beers. I actually have a beer I can drink and some wine if I want to, but that's about it. I might have other one hidden in my fridge, but I'm not getting, I'm not getting crazy tonight no matter what. I got a cast tomorrow too, but it's extra cool that I have KSL tonight. So hopefully I don't overdo it. I would not have streamed as long as I did if I knew about this, but it's okay. We crushing it. Tis true, ravioli is a dumpling. Technically. Alright, let's go. El Clasico versus Percival. Let me fix this. It's gonna bug me just because of the... True, true. Many things are technically dumplings if you think about it. We don't consider it as such. What a late time to be drinking coffee. But anyway, here we are in another best of 3 in the round of 8 already. Spoop. Spawning in the bottom right-hand corner in the blue. Protoss probes, give it up for Mr. Classic. And his opponent in the upper left, he's red. From Kirktown, it is Percival. We're on Winter Madness for our first game of the series. Classic going for a Pylon Scout. This is the KSL. It is an OSC affiliated event, and tomorrow I will be casting the Dave Testa Challenger bracket of the OSC Season 13 World Championship. So that's a first for me, alongside Wardy. If I'm actually in decent shape, what if I could ask, I might bug Wardy and be like, Wardy, can I sneak one cheeky series in with you? Can we just do one cheeky series together? Just because. The Wardy Dave cast. Chef Boyardee too? Yeah. I didn't hand make my pierogi. So basically, I was Chef Boyardee. I was basically... My pierogies looked hella weird. Colossal Gulp. It was funny, I sent it to Geralt, and Geralt goes, what the fuck is that? Like, the pierogies looked hella strange how they were designed. It's pretty funny. Yeah, nothing wrong with little Chef Boyardee if you had a few brews in you. Hell, otherwise too. Sometimes it's just one of those things. Like every once in the blue moon, that shit's doable. You know, if you're hungry enough, anything's gonna be all right too. Real talk. Classic, a fan of the long distance mining. First of all, just sitting in a marine out looking around for proxies, adepts. Did go for reactor this game. So it's a little more standard of a build. Classic. Oops. Going with that adept. Perceivele. Who's going to start diving down, but the shade's already making its way there. Command center will finish up, though. And that is a canceled shade at that. Uh-oh. Yeah. Wow. The micro of both these guys. The little details of this. It's like, who's going to get a shot? Who's going to get a shot? Maybe it's just going to be a blink opener. I'm guessing this... Yeah, this is going to be 2-gate. This may just be 2-gate. It's a very standard opener from Classic. That Stalker's getting into work, though. Real talk. Oh my god, that Stalker's getting into work. It's a lot of injured Marines. Honestly, that's some pretty good control. But that being said, yeah, well, now that the Cyclone's out, this is a different story, but Classic low-key almost got it. Oh my god, he's actually getting some big damage. Does lose the Stalker and the Adept, but saves the other one. Still, 5 Marines is a good bit of damage. There's no shield battery. One thing, I gotta say it, there's a lot of pros that skimp on the shield batteries these days. I don't think it's always worth the natural shield battery against Terran myself. I understand wanting to hit your timings on your third Nexus, but I feel like you can even at the expense of, say, it's a little bit there. I think that natural shield battery, especially against like a Cyclone, it's, oh my god, Classic. It's just, god damn, the micro. Percival ain't no slouch, but that micro is insane from Classic. Percival with a good showing as well, but I don't know if Percival's going to be able to get away with this medevac. Afterburners available. Blink's completing in 2 seconds. He might just do so. He's probably going to need a little repair. If this medevac leads the front line, it's a problem. Tank's going to be pretty helpful here. Classic forced to blink back. Liberator going out. I don't hate it. For Percival. Nice scouter pylon from Classic. Fortunately, there's no information over on this side. So this might actually get a little bit done before Stalkers are warped in, because these gateways are not finished. It's just 2 gates completed. Liberator is gonna at least force some lost mining time. We'll see what happens. Actually, he got away with this for a bit because the chase. Percival doesn't have stem yet. Obviously, he's going into +1 first, which is pretty normal. All these gates coming. Holy Artosis pylon Batman. Liberator is not going to get what he wants. He might get a Stalker, though. Oh, no. Sick blink micro. He's going to get a couple probes. Manual target firing by Percival is pretty good. That was all manual target firing. But the scary thing for Percival in this push, I feel like he's getting a little too adventurous because Charge is just about to finish up, and he's got an Immortal coming up. Classic is an Immortal coming behind it. Yeah, he's probably going to have to be really careful here. The Zealots are... Oh, no. Yeah, he can maybe try to afterburn. He's going to try his best to save the tanks, but he doesn't want to venture too close to the Stalker. Stalkers at Blink does manage to save the tanks for now, but can he escape completely? He's kind of in between a rock and a hard place. Oh, one of the tanks falls immediately. And Classic is going to come bum rushing in. 1 siege tank is available on the high ground. Whoa, what the deuce? That is a 4 siege tank. Situationally, he needed to get something. I don't hate that idea from Percival, honestly, but Classic just hit too good of a timing attack here. The whole position on the SCVs is honestly 200 IQ, though the friendly fire from the siege tank's kind of rough. With the Immortal, the Stalkers, there's not even a War Prism. This is a rough spot for Percival to be in. Make no mistake about it. He is down 20-something workers, 24 workers, and an entire base. Even with stem and combat shields, he just doesn't have the army. He doesn't have the units. This would be the comeback of a lifetime. Oh, he is. I mean, this is a rough... Classic played that picture perfect. You can hate Protoss all you want or whatever, but that was literally like picture perfect micro. And Percival still did a fantastic job. He is getting better and better and better. The fact that he went the distance and beat him in a tournament recently is pretty wild as it is. So, all right, I like this from El Clasico here. He's going into Storm. He's got his High Templar and Stalkers here with Zealots to guard. He's anticipating a drop, in other words, but feedback can be good on the drops because he won't be able to heal. Percival splitting up his army as good as he can, trying to get as much damage as he can, but he's going to be right on top of an Archon. That's not where you want to be with your medevacs. He had to try to find some damage. Oh, but GG. That's just it. Classic. Takes it. What's up, young Pokey Gamer? Man. Some good shit. For game number 1. Can Percival take him down to Kirktown? Hey, what up, Dr. Doom? How you doing, buddy? Not bad for a guy that didn't shave in the last 2 days. I gotta do that. Get a little lazy here. The holiday. I was supposed to go to the office today, but weather was a little off, so I didn't really feel too compelled to do that stuff. But other than that, we're clean otherwise. This man is up a point. It is the boss toss, Mr. Classic in the blue on Old Republic, hoping to seal it against this man in the upper right, who don't just belong to any town. He's from Kirktown. It is Percival, our Terran, in the red. Forgot to put this on YouTube, but we'll have to upload it later. That's okay. Can Percival bring us to a game 3? And maybe win it. Classic happens to be like one of my favorite Protoss of all times. But I am rooting for... If we get any news, I'm hearing rumors of different tournaments. There's also talk of, we're not going to have EWC, but I heard there's talks of some rather large tournaments that are not EWC, which honestly, I'd be all about. I'm all about anybody, you know, big events putting, big companies, etc., putting money in, but I'd kind of rather not have the Saudis keep doing it, to be honest. You know, it's far worse things they could be doing with their money, though, for sure. It's my thing. I mean, you're not wrong, Fractal, but you know what I'm saying. They got the money. They should put more Starcraft in. Exactly. Oh my god, I just almost spilled coffee all over my keyboard and all over myself. Something about obsing with a cigarette and a coffee and you know, doesn't work out too well. Is this going to be 3cc? No, it's not. I was going to say, is he going to surprise us? Is he going to be like extra bold and go 3cc against Classic? That would be so based and so ballsy. He's going for the bunker. Don't hate that. Another Adept opener, Reaper. Honestly, look at the timing of this. I love how, oh my god, I love how Percival knows the exact timing. He's just set up right ready to go. Right when that Adept's gonna be out and he cancels the shade. That was beautiful. Excellent play. A true master of the matchup. I mean, on both sides, really, but that is... And absolutely, he is the underdog, Mr. Fractal. Oof. He almost got that SCV into the bunker or loaded. Adept alive with just 9 HP, but the Reaper could technically kill it at this point. Alright, let's see here. Marines. Hellion. Starport. What's Percival cooking? Just the 1-1-1. El Clasico. Just playing standard. Probably. Okay, he's going for a siege tank immediately. And a Viking. Reaper and a Hellion against a Stalker. Well, a little bit of a misjointed grenade, but I think that was more of a ruse. Percival is going to probably want to back off a little bit. These are his scouter units. Smarty's checking for the Adept, but the Adept's way back home because it's almost dead. And that Reaper looks as good as dead. So does the Hellion, most likely. Decisions. Okay, maybe not. Blink is a ways away. Are we gonna see some kind of cheeky doom droppy thing? Let's see. What's Percival cooking? He is he just gonna use Marines? Is he gonna get adventurous? Because Blink's about to be done. It could be one of those awkward positions where, yeah, I mean, Classic's not like... He's, again, 2-gating, so he's really just playing a macro game. Not really going for those, you know, like 3 or 4 gate heavy stalker assaults. Granada gets launched, and we'll see what happens. All right. I mean, we do have some kind of BlizzCon something going, but it's probably going to be some small as fuck, you know, some like small as fuck thing. They did say they're going to do something at BlizzCon for StarCraft 2 and StarCraft Brood War, presumably. I have a feeling it might be both. But will it be anything big? Probably not. Real talk, probably not. Oh my god, Percival trying to micro these siege tanks. Trying to get them sieged. Stalker's forced to blink back. They're going to go on the counter for now. I guess Classic's just going to hold up there. Pylon going down is good. Charge is a ways away. The scan is going to be good because it's going to allow some vision, but here's the problem. We got two, count them, we got an Immortal, actually, was the big thing there. Still, some probes go down, some Stalkers go down. It's a little tit for tat for the moment. No stim, obviously, with this push. Percival's got to get back with everything he can. The tank siege is going to be decent. Viking actually getting some extra DPS on top of it. And, wow. All right, another tank. Can he do the same thing? This is where he's got to be careful with the tank because of the Immortal. Another Viking's going to get landed as we go on the back foot. This is a hilarious fight if you really think about it. What started off as a bunch of units is literally a bunch of nada. Percival unable to kill that base. Guess what? He's been macroing behind this a little bit. He's got his stem coming. No combat shields. He does have his +1 first, which is usually how you want to lead it. There's his combat shields. They finish faster, and he's a 3rd CC coming down. So it's not like... It's not like horrible for Percival by any stretch. But now that Charger is out, he's, okay, switched off of tanks. He's got his reactor coming in his factory. I do like that. Viking going to land to drop to get some damage. Classic, a big fan of the Templar Archives again. Is going to continue on to it. See if this Viking gets some damage done as the Stalkers are leading in the front. A lot of damage is dealt. They catch a Marauder, but will the landed Viking get any damage? Not really. In fact, I think it will go down. Still some lost mining time, I guess, is better than nothing. Classic with his 4th base. Percival has his 3rd CC becoming an orbital. And has a Ghost Academy going down. Alright, there is an observer here. Does Percival end up catching it? It's actually, that's a good spot to hide it, in my opinion. It's like right up against that blue. So, the little, you know, it kind of would blend in easier. From Classic. Stalker's going to be annoying, blocking the base for now, getting a couple SCVs, denying the production of the refineries. War Prism coming into play now, and we do have several gates online. So we're starting to get those Zealots and Tie Templar morphed in. Let's take a look at the trades. Obviously, Percival didn't trade better. I think losing those SCVs pushed it over the edge just a hair. But at the end of the day, he's not. This is not over. This game is not over. I'd love to see Percival get +1 infantry armor with this. Come on, Percival, get that +1. You got the gas. Now he's getting. Look at that. This is a tough one. Oh, the target firing from Classic was pretty sick. Thanks for the follow, Henry Lewis PV. As we get into it. Losing 2 medevacs was rough, but Percival actually takes a decent fight. However, there's a massive Protoss force on the chase. What do we have back on our Terran side to defend? I'm really hoping this one goes the distance. We need a game 3, ladies and gentlemen. We need a game 3. Come on, Percival. eBay and Armory coming down. Class is just getting into his +1 infantry armor, ground armor. Okay, here come the storms. Ah, the storms are big. They're massive. Okay, Widow Mines do land, though, and the storm damage actually helps Percival out a little bit. As much as it hurt him. The silver lining was he did land the Widow Mine blast and got a little bit of just a touch of HP damage. Thanks for the fellow. Nayla? Nayla? I'm guessing that's how you say her name. Inela. Alright, we got some Widow Mines in different spots. Love the Scouting Marine. Army supply's damn close, and this is where it's scary for Percival because there's a War Prism. War Prism is going to get taken down. A couple Zealots are in the shuffle. That being said, only a tank here to defend. Zealots are pouncing in on it. That's not what you want. There's storms for days, but an EMP landed from Percival is pretty good. From uptown. Will this planetary fortress survive? It's a lot of Zealots and a lot of storm. The counterattack. Percival's got to split this up. We got more Ghost incoming. Ah, but they're out of energy. Percival is splitting up his army pretty good. We're even with this. Yeah, every storm used is going to be rough for Classic there as he's double expanding. What? I mean, he's got the money. It actually makes perfect sense to double expand in this situation because Classics had some good fights. Percival put up a hell of a fight here. Looking at the trades, it's actually pretty close, and he's continuing to macro, getting those upgrades up right on par with Classic. But Classic getting 6 more gateways is going to bring him to that 14 gate count, and he is on double robo, so he's made the Colossi transition, getting up to 4, which is the new. Percival looked like he was in a damn rough spot, but he made some time, but the game is not over yet. And one good thing is we did make a shuffle back into Vikings. So if Percival can get to a spot where he repairs these Vikings, I would hate it. He also, Classic just keeps taking bases. I mean, it's just what you do, and it's just good macro. If you're finding a confident position as Protoss, it doesn't hurt to keep expanding at some point. He's at that 86 worker count, so he can constantly saturate bases, etc. Oh my god. This is more than like the Geralt style. This is like full-blown. And Gerald and Classic finding some pace here. But I have a feeling Classic's going to continue to transition. We don't see a Dark Shrine just yet or anything. The man could afford it instead of dropping Nexi to that level. He's feeling very confident in his position, but Percival has CCs of his own coming up. And real talk, it's kind of where you want to be as the Terran in this. Most of Classic's armies all together. He's got really nothing defending elsewhere. Another Warp Prism coming out, Gravitic Drive coming, so he's going to have Prism speed pretty soon. Percival, with the cheeky missile turrets here and there, doesn't have them everywhere. Oh no, the CC! Guess what, Widow Mines? Gonna be staged up and sieging. Is it one of them? Okay, 2 of them survived, but that CC's as good as dead. He has the Scouter factory. War Prism coming into the main base. But Vikings are going to try to chase it down. Those Vikings sure as shit can kill it. Oh, he gets it, but he needs them back for the Colossi. Oh, Percival a little disjointed right here. That is a kill, not a cancel in the command center. Gigantic storms coming in from Classic with the Archons reinforcing. Percival does end up getting melted. One, maybe another. These Vikings are really important, but there's so many Stalkers. He kills 2 of the Colossi, 3 of the Colossi, actually. But this army is so overstemmed and damaged. It's mostly damaged. I think it was not any crazy amount of extra stem right there. Percival smartly raises his 3rd CC. He does have some more command centers, but it's about bleeding out the workers. It's about keeping it alive with a very small army. Oh, I think Classic wanted revenge this game, but okay, Classic's fighting in the meat grinder, loses the Colossi he does. He just has Zealot reinforcements with some High Templar. There is a land where Percival maybe could get something done here, but he's really got his back to the wall. Beautiful EMP on the High Templar, but I think we do have some. No, we don't quite. He's going to have Storm available eventually, Mr. Classic. And Classic, oh, Ghost! Terran Dark Templar, baby. Percival trying to buy every little bit of every inch of breathing room he can. He's down to 50 workers to a 91 worker Protoss, which if he can find some stability, and there is that crazy land with enough CCs, if he can have just enough money and mule it up with a low worker count, if he can just weather the storm here somehow, some way, and keep his army alive, that's where he gets through it. And the key is, oh my god, he was going to chase down the Ghost. Or the High Templar. But that Ghost is as good as dead, even to hot air balloons. Does he get the High Templar? He does. Percival making this like a campaign mission here. It is unlikely, it is very unlikely that he wins this one, but can my man from Kirktown do it? GG. Even he cannot. Classic coming in too strong. But a very good series nonetheless. That does not mean he's going to walk away empty-handed. Ladies and gentlemen, do me a favor, smash that follow button. Thank you, new folks. So that is the end of Percival there. Let's take a look at the bracket and see where we're at. I'm looking at the wrong thing. The other bracket. We are Heroes advanced to the semifinals, and on the other side of Classic. Cure versus Gumi Ho is going on currently, and Beyond versus Creator. That being said, Creator has a game on Beyond. Wow. Wow. That being said, what do we got else? Let's see. Where's Steadfasticus? I got Chicken Man up. I gotta pull the Duckling. I gotta pull everybody up. Oops. Steadfasticus is on the same series. The Ducklings. And then I have Alexander Enke's on too. It's 1-1 with Gumi Ho and Cure. The Ducklings are on it. So, looking at that one, we will see something happen here. A close one, but those Ravens coming in clutch. Gumi Ho down to 26 workers, as we can see here on the cranky Ducklings. Crazy game. Oof, this one's hella close. There's a third CC that's... Yeah, okay. Gumi Ho is a third CC. This game is not over. We might as well watch. A shout out to the Ducklings.
That sounds like a wholesome moment. Would you like me to find a specific video or help you write a message for them?
No. Gemini fucking going crazy over here. Yo, this looks like a banger. Well, obviously, I'm not in the game, but we can see, observe secondhand Creator, and Beyond looks pretty good, too. That one might go to the distance. From the looks of it, Beyond looks like he's in a pretty strong position in game 2. On Chicken Man and Steadfast side. That being said, Gumi Ho with a big tank count. He's got his Ravens. He's got his Vikings. Is Gumi Ho going to be Cure? He's down in workers, but his army supply is massive. And I think with the Ravens, the better quality units, that's the... Oh my god, Gumi Ho's even... He's playing mechanical, man. Of course he is. He's Gumi Ho! The mech god. Does he not have interference matrix? I guess the auto turrets kind of work just as good tanking-wise and stuff. Vikings going to make sure work of this third base. I have a feeling there is a lot of bio. Gumi Ho staging his tanks forward a little at a time, an inch here, an inch there. He kills the third CC, and that's the damage he really wanted to get. That being said, he might be able to go and land some Vikings elsewhere. Cure with a little bit of a worker lead, lights pointing it out, but Gumi Ho's landed his third base of his own. Those workers don't have another CC already made. It's mechanical man versus bio man, which can go the other way, but that one medevac actually going to help Gumi Ho out. He can go in with the Liberator as well, but guess what? The Sim City means the vision here ain't going to be that great. Well, let's see. Okay, actually, this could be wild. It's a little bit of a base trade. It's a lot of Marauders and Marines. Gumi Ho's going to have to lift that right away. I don't think he's going to be able to. It doesn't matter. He had a little bit of time with it where he killed the third base of Cure. Gumi Ho does have some tanks he can siege, but it's a lot of Marauders with those Marines as well. This is a proper base trade. Liberator going to maybe get that siege tank. It looks like it will. Vikings could land at this point, I feel like. Gumi Ho using his one medevac to ferry the tanks to the high ground. And this is where it gets interesting. I think Gumi Ho might just have this, but we'll see. The boys are pulled. The tanks create a little bit of friendly fire. The missile turret's even helping out here, though, for Gumi God. Oh, my God. It is a base trade of epic proportions. The bio, I think, might clean this up, though. This factory sure as shit's going down. A lot of workers fell for Gumi Ho, but the production's where it all comes down to. These Vikings from... There's so many Marines and Marauders. The Vikings are going to immediately be taken down from Cure. But that being said, Gumiho might have... Honestly, I feel like he should have started flying buildings. He still could. Medivacs are almost out of energy. The SCVs might be able to get something done. The boys are pulled from Cure. But goddamn. We be gaming here. Woo-wee. We have building. Yeah, Gumiho should have lifted his shitter. Okay, he does have a CC flying, but we have units coming from Cure. I don't know if they're SCVs or not. This is getting to be a proper base trade and a half. These guys can't fly, but you know what? Cure has enough money. Gumiho has money too, but does he? I don't think he has a CC. Does he? Gumiho's CC's flying on the other side of the map onto Cure's base. Scrappy-doo. Okay, that's just the racks. Yikes, that's rough for Gumiho, but he needs to clean up everything and try to find the remaining bases. I love that he repaired. He got those mules out. He does have some money. He has far more money than his opponent. Cure is broke. Gumiho does see that CC being built. Oh, there's workers up here. That is an interesting conundrum for... Oh, Gumiho sees them. What a base trade. What a base trade. Goomy God looks like he's gonna take it. Yeah, Cure's dead, man. Sorry, Cure. Goomy God. 100% delivering the win here. I mean, the agility of Bio is good and all, but he could literally leave like a 2 tank sieged or like 1 even on his base, start repairing the CC, etc. He's gonna bring boys to like, he's still got a little gas bank too, so I don't hate the SCVs going. Obviously, he can't build more. He's just gonna use them as army. He's gonna scan. He's gonna push. Cure's gonna see this. Cure's trying to make something happen as well. There's Vikings, not a lot of them. There's only 3 Vikings. Therein lies the problem. Gumiho might want to float off his CC and turn him. You're trying to drop another. Wait, no. Yeah. Oh my god. That's Goomy God dropping another CC, so should be just fine. There's flying structures everywhere. This is insane. Gumiho has enough money to build another CC. GG. Gumiho takes it and will advance for a nice little surprise arena. So, with that being said, we have Gumiho versus Hero. Fuck yeah. This might be a tough one for Goomy God, but he's playing pretty good. That was a scrappy TVT. We caught the end of it, but that was very cool. All right. Hero versus Gumiho. I'm excited. I want more coffee, kind of. I'm regretting. I know I need a night off of hitting this sauce, but something about KSL always brings me into stuff. Now, I enjoy casting, and I got to cast more tomorrow. Guys, if you want to, anybody can sign up for it tomorrow. We do have a open bracket for the OSE World Championship, the Season 13 Championship. It's a pretty big tournament. I love Hero. He's so nice, man. He's my boy. He's one of the gamers. It's like, just a solid dude. Percival, Hero, Dark, Beyond has always been a sweetheart. Gumi God is funny. I don't know. I like every Korean player I like. Even Hanmano, you can quote me on that. Fucking troll that he can be sometimes. I miss Hanmano. I wish he could play. I should have. If I messaged these guys, I would have before. Okay. Fingers crossed we don't have the lobby bug I got in to the party. Is Solar still playing? Yeah, Solar still plays. Solar's been doing pretty well on a lot of stuff, in the Morty's stuff and a lot of things. I'm gonna have to. Yeah, I'm gonna relog. I have to relog. I hope they don't start without me. Jesus. I have the fucking lobby bug. Come on, this stupid update bullshit. There's no real update. Just fucking, why are you updating? Just fucking go. They're waiting for me, you asshole. Don't even pretend you have an update, BattleNet. You can kiss my ass. Okay, there we go. Jeez. It was a minor minutia update thing, but fucking go. Go. I don't Zerg, but when I do, I prefer Solar. Let's do a prediction on this. If I can get into the lobby, I hope these guys didn't start without me. All right, now we're in. The gang's all here. Into the Innos in here. Yeah, it is. It was. I never go on the Korean server except for KSL generally, or other tournaments, like if it's Pegasus or something. So it's very rare that I, I get some of these things. Let's see here. All right, now we got it. I'm going to ask him if I can stay out of the party. I feel like parties bug out shit too much, so it's not even worth doing when you're in these things. It is good to get everybody together so you don't have to worry about some of it. But here we are on game number 1. We are on the upper bracket semifinals. Spawning in the bottom left-hand corner. He's blue. He's Terran. He's currently teamless. This Gumi Ho. His opponent in the upper right from T1 Gaming. It's none other than Hero, our red Protoss player. A blast from the past. That was so cool when T1 picked that. Like, what were... That was not on my bingo card with all this stuff. You know, obviously we have ebbs and flows, and teams have been not picking up players. EWC did a lot last year. We don't know what's going to happen. I have lots of rumors of there's going to be supposedly other people hosting events, though, than EWC. But then there's also, like, Harsum saying, I don't think there's going to be an EWC, was his take, but we don't know for sure. I will say I've heard talk of, I don't know what, but some credible sources that there is going to be some pretty high-stakes StarCraft from other folks. Obviously, we do have some stuff, but Hero's going Nexus before Core. All right, so he's probably going for a Sentry opener, but it is Hero, so anything is possible, I suppose. Should be fine. It's going to be a Reaper. Actually, that... we'll see. Remains to be seen, but Hero does get his Cyber Core. Is a double gas, pretty standard Reaper opener from Gumi God. Obviously, in this case, I don't hate the Reaper wall because you're going Nexus first, but it'd be what it be. Hero's not even scouting. He's just like, whatever. Be a man, don't scout. That's what a lot of Korean... Like the Korean Protoss meta nowadays is don't scout at the higher tier. You'll see Classic do it sometimes too. Hero. Creator occasionally. And that's why we see Proxy Marauder work too often than it should in the last couple of years with Hero and Cure. Just saying. Not just Hero. Classic too at times. Not shitting on my boy Hero. Or Classic. It's just, you know. They have their reasons. It's just, it could be a little too greedy in my opinion. Reaper just being annoying to the shield battery. Good probe pull from Hero. It's immediately saturated. It is going to be Stalker Sentry opener. What is Gumi Ho cooking? Just keeping his Reaper out for now. And it looks to be like this might be 3 gate or something because it's only 1 gate right now. I don't like the Twilight Council on the wall, but he's preparing for Hellions, etc. It's only 1 Hellion with the Reaper. The Widowmine drop follow-up from Gumi God. And he does have the Sentry. Yeah, that's... Okay, he's just blowing off there. Oh, doesn't have the energy because he used the hallucinate. No, I don't know. He didn't use an energy recharge. Nice couple kicks. Oh! Well, that was certainly a good force field. Hero just baited him. He's like, you know what? You can take a probe. I'm going to take all your army right here. Youch! Tickle beam to death. Well, it's not really tickle beams, that technically. That'd be like the hot air balloons of the High Templar. Well, Gumi Ho effectively, you know, didn't really get anything done there, but he got a probe, which is definitely favoring Hero for the trades. Undoubtedly. And it is just going to be a 2-gate expand for Hero, so he's like economically he's playing very greedy. Hero even microing his hallucination. I was like, you know you want to load those mines? You know what you want to load those mines? Don't you, Gumi Ho? Honestly, he should have just used it to trigger one. He wanted to try to get friendly fire with it, I think, but Hero did get ultimately get a scout on the tech labs and stuff before it went down. And they're researching on the tech lab at that. Blink about 50% done. Third base going to be finished. Well, it's not going to be finishing up just yet. Hero has beautiful scouter pylon because he knows there's a drop. The Sentry almost sees this. And the Stalker's smartly chilling by the ramp. Yeah, and that is not going to get much done. Gumi Ho's trying his best. He really needs to get some damage done, but I don't think he's going to be able to. Hero's right on top of this. Blink's even going to finish here in 12 seconds. All right. Interference Matrix being researched from Gumi God. Now, if Hero goes in a Robo Bay, which he is, low-key, that could actually work out. Like, nobody gets it. It's not that expensive. But that could actually be pretty good. I think that was a little bit of a blunder from Gumiho. He's got to try to get stuff, but I mean, Hero had all the scouting information. He knew it, but he figured he'd get a little cute. And now he's gonna very likely lose this. His Hero has blank. Wait. Oh! Well, it's perpetually stuck in that corner, essentially. Uh-oh, he's lagging out. Stalker's into... Stalker's into unplug. Oh no, we're gonna have to resume from replay, bro. How many? Okay, we're gonna have to probably resume from replay here. Yikes. Yikes. Gumi God lagged out. Oh, I hope he's alright for internet. Gumiho was... I wanted to see how that game played out with the interference matrix, if he keeps his Raven alive. True Goma. It is big yikes. Big yikes. Sag. F in chat for Gumi God. He's back in the game, client. Ooh. I didn't get in. It's invite Hero gave me the thing and then like join game. Looks like Chicken Man's covering the other side, by the way, alone. We are in. Don't worry, guys. We're resuming from replay. Gumi God is back. Hero's back. What a type ship these guys are on, huh? Recovering replay. Boom. We can see it all happen right here. And while that happens, I'm going to recover my coffee. Holy fuck, I've been streaming almost as long as I worked today. Technically. I'm almost at that 7.5 hours. Sub to Dave, motherfuckers. Here we go. And there we are, right as we saw it. Right where we were at. Also subscribe to my YouTube. Wait, what? Why'd Enki leave? Alright, they're waiting for Enki. I don't know what happened, but something happened. Alright. It's alright, we'll get this going. It's always a pain to resume from replay. Did Enki disconnect? I think he may have DC'd. Is Enki okay? I got everybody's stream up. It's gonna sound like chaos. Oh, Chicken Man's casting classic creator. Okay. Well. All right, we're trying to get our heads together on this. I think he's gonna relog. All right, let's see here. I'm gonna call Enki. There we go. We good to go. I think everybody's frustrated a bit, but that's all right. I'm going to do a prediction. Get those channel points in. Who's going to win? Hero or Gumi Ho? It's for the series. Get those points in. We got Gamba. We're back to the match. Hopefully everything goes through. Fingers crossed. I'm gonna try to English to Korean. I've done a lot of translating and different stuff lately. All right, we're gonna go to default. We're gonna go old school. All right, we're get ready for the old school observer. Because it's how we have to do it. You shouldn't have to. I think if the players do it, then we would have been able to get away with it. But you're going to see something a little different now. So now we're going to go through. Get ready for this, guys. We're going to watch my introduction. We're going to bounce between everybody's. We have everybody's casting, everybody's observing. Not too bad of an observer, I gotta say. Anyway, we're getting back to it, guys. It's gonna be old school, like it's... This sucks. Oops. Who wins is the replay. Now we got it. There we go. We're back into it. We finally got a game. In OG glory of the default HUD. The default observer interface. I'm not going to fuck with the Korean Starcraft League thing, but whatever. We're just going to leave it. All right, we have interference matrix for Gumi God as he does if stem. He's just now getting into Medivacs, but he's supply blocked for the moment. Obviously, these guys had to deal with a lot. There's Widow Mines, no tanks. Oops, sorry guys. It's so different on the old G1. He make no mistake, Gumiho cannot lose this Raven. Losing this Raven would be very rough. He researched interference matrix, which is going to be a surprise if he can get enough energy. Theoretically, you can land 2 interference matrices on Colossi. And that is what would be really big. Widow Mines and such. Colossi are the showstopper to the... Usually the showstopper to the observers. Classic going double forge behind this. Because of shells coming for Gumi God. Here we go. We'll see what happens as this fight comes on. Gumi God trying to get the chase down. Gets the interference matrix. Force field's blocking this off. That is a cancel on the 4th base of Classic. We've finally got a game, ladies and gentlemen. Interference matrix is still available. Medevac's in some trouble, though. There are 2 Colossi. Okay, nice pull from Classic on that one Zealot. There's a proxy gate going down in the bottom right-hand corner. We don't see Vikings from Gumi. I don't know if I don't like that. I like the Raven, but he does need medevacs. If Gumi Ho somehow sniffs this out, that'd be wild. It's very unlikely. Unless he saw, like, the probe going. This is typically where you'd get that. Yeah, yikes. Zealot run by actually is going to be... sorry, guys, it's so different. The observer mode, like when I click on the mini-map and stuff, that's me middle drag scrolling, right? But the problem is, some of that do be tough. All right, we got tons of energy on the Raven. Some Widow Mines camping out. Looks like El Classico here. Mr. Classic is setting up a bit of a multi-prong attack. Oops, motherfucker, I hate this shitty old fucking piece of shit interface. It's better than nothing. We got... Oh, he loses the Raven. Losing that Raven... Oh. That is really rough to lose that Raven. Guardian Shield is going to go down. The force fields are rough. Gumi Ho with some good army control, but here comes another Colossi. One of the Colossi falls. The other one's there. This army's a little overstemmed. Marauders coming in, but oh wow, the reinforcements from the gate. The probe is seen. I think Gumi Ho knows what this is. There are 2 stalkers. If those 2 stalkers go down, that one Viking actually scares these Colossi away with the Marauders. Honestly, he gets one of the... Oh, nice hot pickup from Gumi God. Gumi Ho played pretty good. Widow Mine gets damage. Ah, on the Colossus. Damn, son. That was actually a surprise, little plot twist there. The Widow Mine gets revenge. Oh, that Colossus is stranded. That's going to be another one going down. Storm is not quite done. It's just started, in fact. A bit of a problem. The Archon could be another problem with these Zealots. This army needs to heal, and that Archon is going to blast some damage. Actually pretty well done by Gumi Ho right there as well. Weirdly enough, like, Gumi Ho's got some great army control. But weirdly enough, I feel like... macro-wise, like in current times, after watching Percival, it's a little bit different. Okay, that should be a tell that there's a proxy over here. Sure shit it is. You bet your booper it is. And that was the tell that there is a proxy gate. You bet your bipper. Ghost Academy coming down for Gumi Ho. We do have some medevacs coming. Some Veto Mines up. Nice staging of the mines. The gate will eventually go down. Classic has taken a 4th base. That was a good denial on the 4th from Gumi before. The Raven actually did serve its purpose. Although if he kept that alive somehow in that last push, I think it would went way better for Gumi Ho. Widow Mine does get a little blast in the front-facing Zealots. Kills one, not the others. And again, excuse me, that's not just me. All the other guys are going to have the same kind of issues with observing in this ancient default observer interface. Just ain't as good. As WCS or Observer 2020. Storms are pretty decent, but good control from Gumi Ho. He's staying away. I think there is some more storm available. Oh yeah, there's plenty of storm available. Widow Mine's gonna go down. So it's getting taken care of, but the High Templar are going to be an issue. Okay, Protoss army going into the storm. The Medivac staying in the storm, though. Gumiho. Oh, no, his Medivac's going leading the charge, but he takes down a Colossus. There's 2 Immortals here. The Immortals actually pretty good because they can take out the Marauders. And yowza. The Archon's coming in means it's GG.
Hey, who wants to have some fun?
Thank you for the raid, guys. Make sure you give Falcon Paladin a follow. Hope you're doing good, man. Were you casting or playing some Brood War, or are you doing some SC2 tonight? Hope you had a good stream. Appreciate the raid. Definitely give Falcon Paladin a follow, guys. He's a good caster. Good streamer. 2 hours of Starcraft 2. Nice, man. Nice. Yeah, I've been, I forgot KSL was on tonight, so. Oops. My bad. We just had a battle with the, Recover from Replay with, Hero and... I said Classic, by the way. I forgot it was Hero I'm even casting, because we had, like, 3 attempts to fix it. But yeah, I hope you have a good night, and Happy New Year to you, by the way. I can't believe I was calling Hero Classic. For real. Fuck 2025, in with 2026. I hope you have a good night. Oh no, I'm still in the default observer. Oh, god damn it. Well, we got more of this horse shit. Son of a bitch. I forgot that they started so quick. The next game it won't be, but I'm stuck in this dog shit still. Oh my god, I hate this thing so bad. It's good for when you're like analyzing your own shit, but it certainly sucks balls. I can't even set scores. Oh, actually I can set score. Well, we're just gonna do this because it gives us something. Spawning in the upper left-hand corner, up a point. It is Hero. Okay, there we go. Control X still works. And his opponent in the bottom right. In the blue, it is Goomy God. Can he take it? Going for proxy racks already. Wait, no gas yet? Well, I mean, obviously no gas yet. Is he just going proxy Reaper? Is he gonna go proxy Marauder? Goomy Ho is cooking. Double gas, so he's just going for proxy Reaper, I'm assuming. So, apologies that I didn't have time to change that. The next game, we're going to be in it, as you can see. I'm back, but it doesn't work when you're in game. So we're doing the best we can. I had to remember to bring the name tags up. I should have remembered that before. I wonder if any of the other casters are still in it. Nope, everybody else is good. I'm just too old. Go figure. Dave missed it. I don't know. I think I had time and I got distracted. See, I hate this fucking thing. It's all good. We got good games, but fucking horrible observing because this dog shit. It'll be better the next one. Hopefully we get a game number 3. One cool thing is, though, we can see the hotkeys. Hero with some interesting Nexus hotkey. I'm actually curious about this. Goomy Ho. Get his Reaper up. Stalker's an excellent choice. The Reaper will, or the SCV is going to live for now. Don't hate the Marine. It's going to take a while to get there, but this Reaper's really going to want to stay alive, and Goomy Ho gets a worker. Oh, the surround is close. The bunker finishes with the Marine. This actually adds it in. Wait. He's just canceling? You can't cancel. It's getting damaged. Because, okay, the probe, and I don't know what the hell's going on now. I think he could have made it. Well, the shield battery basically means it's over. Marine's gonna go back. We get a tech lab from Gumiho. Now he's kind of, that does mess with him more than anything, I guess. Second stalkers. See, I can't even do my normal stuff. Forgive me, guys. I'm an old man. Yelling at the clouds like Abe Simpson from The Simpsons. Cyclone opener from Gumiho. Kind of curious what he does, though. He's got a lot of gas. Okay, he's still going to play it out kind of normal. Get another Rax. A siege tank. Twilight Council from Hero. And again, I do apologize for that. That is a little annoying. This is going to be scouted by Heroes. It's going to be 3 Rax Factory for the time being. Wait, what? 4 Rax Factory? God, I miss Gumiho. Builds, they're more like guidelines. This is fucking base from Gumi God. Supply block for the moment because of his other racks. Is he just gonna get into 5 racks? Is he gonna leave it 4 racks? Okay, there's a starport. Huh. Yeah, he's going 5 racks. He's gotta be. He might just cook on 4 racks and effectively making it kind of 5 racks, but 4 racks. Interesting. Reactor going down on the factory's not a bad decision. I like it. More he's going all Marines? Oh, no, okay. Thank God that's a tech lab. Gumiho trying to catch up. He's trying to cut corners to get back in there. Hero delaying his 3rd base because he scouted this. He knows it's going to be very aggressive. He's going into charge. No blink. This is charge. Charge is actually pretty good. However, we do have... Okay, it's just going to be medevacs. So what is Gumiho's plan? Is he going to go right to double medevac? I think he is going to before he gets his concussive shells. It's my guess. Concussive shells finishes pretty quick. Well, I guess he's going to do neither for the time being, but... Okay, he's getting... Okay, or combat shells. I said concussive shells. I meant combat shields. Very marine heavy comp. I'm not the biggest fan of that, but... We'll see what happens as we get into it. It's basically a Hail Mary. I will say... Fuck me. So weirdly enough, Heroes, you know, basically had played safer. It kind of normalizes similarly for both. But the fact that there's charge out, this is not something that Gumiho is going to want to push into, real talk. Oh no, his medevac's healing his SCVs, yikes. Like, Gumiho doesn't know this is charge. Like, real talk, he should probably, like, he needs Widow Mines. Like, stat, and he's not going to be able to have them for a while. Oh my god, sorry about that, guys. My obs work is so much better than this normally. I'm not used to using this. You got to be extra careful and baby it. 3rd CC on location is definitely a vibe, but now he's going to find out that there's charge lots. No blink from Hero either as a follow-up, so... Yikes. SCV coming to bring it back. But here comes a lot of zealots coming in. We do have a decent SimCity from Gumiho. At least the choke, but can he react quick enough? Is he going to react quick enough? His army's disjointed on the other side of the map. Oh, I think this might be over pretty quickly. Gumiho is literally in Narnia. Oh my gosh. Okay, he's got some troops back together. Siege tanks gonna hit the sentry and the stalkers. The SCV's kind of just hanging out here. Siege tanks kind of helping, trying to get some... Okay, he saves one of the supply depots. Somehow, Gumiho is getting some damage done on the other side, but it's all zealots and his shield battery. He might be able to evacuate. There's a High Templar here. Storm's in the way. Could he deny Storm? Could he... Oh, if he gets a lot of probes, this might mean we... Maybe... Nah... I can't bring up any of the cool stuff. Oh, GG. It was a scrappy one with a crappy observer interface. But we still got a good series. It was a little iffy, but still. Ugh. Looks like Hero will advance to the finals. It was good to see Gumiho make it up to the semis, though. And we have Creator 2-0. Wow. Creator 2-1B. Classic, actually. Beyond got 2-1 as well by Creator. So Creator beat Beyond, and he beat Classic. So we have a Creator versus Hero finals. It's been a while since we had one of these. Interesting. PvP finals. This one could be pretty wild, honestly. PvP or not. All right. PV heckin' P. I'm going to be casting tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern time for the OSC, the second challenger bracket for the OSC championship. There's only going to be 2 slots. Two of the winners will advance to the championship. We already had some others from the Ladder Legends side of it. And yeah. So, there you have it. They're getting their vetoes in. We'll see what happens. Okay, it looks like we got a lobby. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got the finals. I'm going to close out the prediction. I don't know if anybody did it from the last one. It looks like we did. There you go. Oof. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're in the lobby. We're waiting for everything. Low-key, I want to get some food. Heat some shit up after. It's hella late. It's midnight snack time, apparently, for Dave. I'm gonna enjoy myself this last beer here. Yeah, I will do. Yeah, I can't just yet. Where's Charlie? I don't know. I'm not getting him. It's the finals. He's sleeping in my bed. He'd be a pain in my... Like, I don't want him here right now, Hans. He's a pain in the ass when I'm casting. Pat me, pat me. I'm like, dude, I got fucking 2 hands, you fat ass. And he takes 3... He's so fat, it takes 3 hands to pet Charlie. Poor Charlie. All right, here we go. I know. He was both the kiddies were on. Mitters actually came on earlier today, Hans. It's been a long day for Dave. Real talk, we're at like a 16-hour day. I literally got up, I got off work. I was remote today, which I didn't want to be, but anyway, here we are. It's a best of 5 finals, actually. Spawning in the bottom left-hand corner in the red Protoss probes, it is Hero. And his opponent in the upper right-hand corner in the blue, it is Creator. What, Old Republic? I mean, I'm at least lucky enough for right now. There's definitely lull periods for me. So when I'm home, it's actually kind of nice to have, you know, I'm always attentive and don't miss anything for work, but, you know, when you're in, like, your training probationary period, we're getting along, we're moving along now. I have more stuff to do, but I definitely, it's not like it's balls to the wall the entire day. It's many days, you know, so. But, so there's that, and you know, it ain't too bad, but when I think about it, it's still like, technically we're getting a 16-hour day for Dave. Though gaming is gaming, Starcraft is Starcraft. All right. Little probe harass from both. Looks to be, nobody's proxying a pylon for their pylon number 2. That's, I think, one of the biggest tells when you're going 2-gate. It's very standard. We'll see what the follow-up is with these guys. Stalker Sentry versus Stalker Stalker. Hero going double Stalker. Creator drops his pylon. Hero being a nuisance with his probe. He wants to get that block and get a scout.
Am I? Or am I
Crackpot,
so sane that you just blew your mind?
6 months. Appreciate it, SC Crackpot.
Just subscribed.
Appreciate you, amigo. Happy New Year to you. Thank you very much. Be like Crackpot, sub to Dave. If you can. If you can't, no sub shame in here. Yeah, man. Happy New Year. And there'll be more casting tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern, if that's a time you can catch. A little different. It's not going to be any heavy hitters, unfortunately, but it is doing our part. We're getting the it's open qualifier. My man Jason signed up. That made me happy. Jugger Jay's playing, and I mentioned it to some other folks, Barry and such. Anybody could. It's open. Jay actually could stand a chance to potentially make a few bucks and maybe even make it into the championship. Speaking of which, I gotta see if Foxer's back home. All right. Twilight from both, but guess what? Creators is significantly later because of the trifecta sentry opener. 3 sentries have their advantages for scouting, for defensive maneuvers, but it is going to surely delay your blink quite a bit because the Twilight Council's just finishing up. His hero already has blink chrono boost. Well, he didn't chrono boost it. I guess that's something going for Creator. Hero looks like he's posturing to take a third. He is going to take a third base. 4-minute third base in PvP. I think this will work out just fine for Hero because it's just 2-gate for Creator. He just got his blinks, started a little later. Hero's still not chrono boosting his blink. He's prioritizing probes. He wanted to deny the scout, but it is going to catch information on the third base. Creator going to just go take a third base of his own. A little later. Creator's been on a hell of a run, guys. He 2-1 Beyond and he 2-1 Classic. That's actually sick. Like, that's big. Percival and Gumiho, some good games. Percival, unfortunately, was dealt some blood from Classic. His Classic wanted revenge to his loss in the Cranky Ducklings tournament in the Tenacious Turtle Tussle. My man Percival, though, on the upswing. great improvement. Creator here, actually, honestly, with it, I can't overstate it. He's a little bit like the underdog here. All right, so, well, we do have the Forge with +1 coming down for Creator ahead of time over Hero. But Hero's going to do what I do when you scout this out in PvP. You go double Forge. I love the double Forge response. Neither player going charge, though. Hero could have went charge. I think with double Forge, it doesn't hurt. But double Forge, pure Stalker could be a thing. Hero is going to get that charge. He goes, hell no, we're getting those legs, baby. Hero's getting his legs routine in, but guess what? So is another man, this guy up here, Creator, also getting that leg workout in. It's leg day, ladies and gentlemen, on the Protoss Express. Alright, Creator trying to cheek in some adepts. Nothing really immediately here. Well, actually, the Stalker's camped out in a pretty safe spot for defense. Creator looks like he's mustering a push, but he doesn't really have anything to reinforce immediately. All the Republic's a decent-sized map. So no proxy pylon, no war prism. None of it. Okay, the Stalker's immediately blinking, so not a lot of damage, really, from the two adepts. Yeah, Creator's going to want to back the hell off from that. That being said, Templar Archive started a little bit faster for Creator. Hero going for plasma shields and +1 ground weapons, so he's going to have his Archons. Well, every unit gets buffed in PvP for shield upgrade, so it's good, and your structures do as well. It's something to note. But the biggest thing is your Archons, because your Archons are purely shield based. Oh, the accidental hallucinated Colossus. Scouter Colossus hallucination based. Creator going for a faster, well, both of them with a fast fourth. Hero's technically faster yet. I like the use of the Zealot to get little scouting information. Hallucination coming out from Creator as well. So Heroes in the lower ground, forward-facing fourth base could be a problem. I like the fact that we got Immortals coming out from both of them, actually. So it's pretty standard stuff. We're blanking to Immortal Archon charge a lot. Very, very feels PvP, man. That being said, looks like Creator has his +2 a little faster, but Hero, obviously ahead at first. Hero is going to have that double Forge upgrades. My question is Hero going to go for the +1 ground armor? +1 ground armor is really good for your Zealots. No, he's going to go for plasma shields +2. That takes longer to finish, but he would finish faster. It is the notable difference. So it does effectively give you something a little sooner, but when you have Archons on the board, it could go either way. But in 2026, I don't necessarily hate going armor as your second upgrade if you're on the double Forge side. Oh my goodness. It's a big push. Does Classic have enough? He has his Prism. Hero has his Prism. Shield battery is going to help Hero a bit, but Hero just doesn't have the units. It looks like Classic Creator. I'm saying Classic. I'm mixing stuff up. I'm getting tired, ladies and gentlemen. Damn, son. This looks Jover. It is 54 probes. The third base looks like it's in trouble. Big Daddy Immortal reigning supreme up here. It's going to be a while before Hero has these upgrades. And, yeah, Classic can just keep reinforcing. In fact, he has units hidden. Third base falls for Hero. Creator starting out on a tear. Hero is trying to fight in this. It is the finals, but make no mistake, I don't see a world where Hero can beat this. Classic even building our Immortals back home. Has his fourth base kind of situated, but it's kind of like, he doesn't need the macro, really. He's just focusing on the assault. But now Hero's going to have that 2-2. Still, even with the 2-2 or not. And all the static defense. Realistically, Classic just needs a fight. He can kill probes from the high ground, and he just needs to bum rush the natural. He can even take the Warp Prism and go into the main base with Zealots. There's a lot of things he can do. He's got this one in the bag. Not to be lackluster, but it be what it be. Hero's just he's coping with existence right now that, oh, Creator has, bamboozled him. Ah, random immortal coming from, the north side. That's the A, man. I'm ahead. The GG keys are on. GG. Creator takes the dub. You can tell Hero's frustrated when we get an English GG and not the Korean GG first, and then followed by the English GG. Frustrating loss for Hero. Creator as the underdog, swinging it up hard. Honestly, some really good plays, a very decisive engagement at the end. Low key, I miss disruptors. It was the best part of PvP. From the viewer's perspective. Let me tell you, not from the players. Anybody that's played enough Protoss can tell you how fucking annoying it is to lose your game when you have this massive army of stalkers and you think you got everything out, and out of nowhere, here comes a disruptor. We've seen it happen. I've casted plenty of games. Gerald and Neeb, for example, was some of my favorite shit. But anyway, this man's in the bottom left, and if you were to just go in and just make an educated guess, you'd think, well, maybe he has a point. But guess what? He does not. He's going to need to take one this time. Bottom left-hand corner. One of my favorite Korean dudes there is. It is Mr. Hero in the red from T1 Gaming. His opponent in the upper right in the blue. Give it up for Creator. Technically the underdog, but he's just a goddamn monster. All right, ladies and germs, here we go. I might have a long day tomorrow too, but I'm remembering I have to do something for my dentist. If I finish in time, I might cast on Patches stuff a bit, but realistically, he's got plenty of coverage. Patches is doing another 5-4K patch class, but that's, you know, I didn't get into it with him. I always appreciate Patches, but I have a feeling I might just be like, nah, I need to take it easy a bit. After all this back-to-back stuff. Cybernetic score going down. It's just a double gate each. Nothing too atypical. However, Hero is going to proxy a pylon, and this is what we're in for. Hero going on his side of the map more so. Went for a cheeky scout and then returned back. Proxy. Question is it going to be proxy Stargate or is it going to be proxy Robo? My guess is it's going to be proxy Robo. However, he's got the gas for proxy Stargate. We'll see. Double Stalker, that's definitely going to be proxy Robo. 100%. A good PvP build. Always. To quote Patty Mac. You want a good PvP build? Just proxy Robo every game. Okay, Creator's looking for that proxy. He's looking at every corner of the map, and right in the dead center of the map, practically, in kind of a little bit of a cheekier spot. Hero manages to hide it for now. Yeah. Creator. A little confused. Oh, Hero smartly getting the first shot into the grass. So he takes the better fight right. Actually, it's pretty close. Oh, no, he does take the better fight. But the other two stalkers from Creator are going to be coming out. Hero might want to back off. Just getting that hull damage is enough. Hero's going to lose this stalker now. Can he get away? Because Hero's going to have two adepts. Okay, it's Warp Prism time. Hero's getting way too ballsy. This man knows no chill, obviously. He's a very aggressive player. With that being said, I think we're going to go right into Warp Prism, into the main base. Love the pylon setup here from Creator, who's defensively building an Immortal, which actually might go to his favor. Classic didn't even, or classic creator. I keep saying fucking classic. It's creator. My main creator is doing really good tonight. A hell of a run. Leave it to Hero to be aggressive. Like, what the hell did you see that Stalker's poking up here, getting the pylon a little bit? He's just kind of keeping tabs on things. All right, so Creator's gonna go get some damage on the other side of the map, or he's gonna try to find the proxy. Did he find the proxy? Let's take a look. No, he did not. He's gonna find it with a warp prism, is my guess. Or he's gonna pick off reinforcing units. Oof, Hero losing that sentry is actually really rough. At least fire anything, mate. Oh no, Hero even, he loses his barrier. The warp prism's a ways away. Hero does have another immortal. Did he lose his? No, his prism's in the upper left-hand corner. What a scrappy game. Hero's immortal chasing down this immortal. What the hell? Chaos and pandemonium, but it looks like Classic has... PvP moment, folks. Hero still has this warp prism here. However, these two adepts... Okay, he's going to try to size up the situation and get any worker kills. Try to get a bit of a lead, but only one... Hero, what are we doing? It's up! Whoa, what a baller. The F2 is strong with this one, ladies and gentlemen. No, I don't even think that was an F2, honestly. Poor Hero. He did not need to lose that warp prism. It's looking kind of rough for Hero right now. I'm not going to lie, folks. He's going to try to expand behind this. The pylon getting attacked by the probe. The probe finally found the proxy. I think Creator's about to be off to a hell of a start here. Big Daddy Immortal is going to take some hull damage that's massive. And the Robo is in the middle of the map, which is scouted, and the pylon already dealt damage to it. So I guess what Hero could do maybe is go try to find some counter damage with these Stalkers, which is exactly what he's going to do. Classic's going to have an insurmountable force. Hero's no way going to have an immortal out. He's going to have to focus on gateway units only. Stalker's going to move in. Pylon's going to be depowered. That's two of the gates. But Hero could get some damage and recall, I guess, would be the play. But now he's not going to be able to recall because the probes are going to surround the Stalkers. The sentry's trapping this all in. Shield. Okay. Stalker's getting a lot of damage. Hero bringing us a spicy game after all. Well, if we didn't lose that warp prism, this would be a lot easier for Hero right now. But there's so many sentries from Classics. Guardian Shield from Hero trying to save Big Daddy Immortal. Which, theoretically, if that was alive, I could see this going a lot better. The gateway even under duress. Hero's killed all the workers. He can recall. Oh, he can't recall. He already recalled that immortal before, which went down. The two gates are... Oh, Hero. Looked like he had a good shot here. After all, the energy recharge is activated. Hero pulling the boys. GG. Hero takes it. What a crazy game. Who says PvP can't be fun? One base versus one base, which turned into two bases for Hero. Hero killed absolutely every probe, or almost every probe, of Creator. With a little bit of a plot twist to game number 2. That one was almost a throw. It was actually kind of impressive. Both the throw and the return of Hero. Hero's such a ballsy player. He just yeets 5 Stalkers into the main base. But really, as we all know, the outcome of you can kill all the workers if your opponent has a bigger, better army, and you don't have shit. It's fine. Hero made some very ballsy last-minute decisions to really find his way back into that game. The shield batteries and the natural, getting that shield battery in the main base, he actually got 2, were big. That was a close one. Hero had Creator guessing though, like, where's that proxy? Looking all over the map with the pylons. Or sorry, with the 2 probes. Which is technically a lot of lost mining time when you're one base to one base. If you have 2 probes searching the map for proxies that early in the game. That adds up. It's where the little shit adds up and stacks up. I'm enjoying this one beer. Low key. It's quite tasty. When it's nice and cold, and I'm not just thinking of drinking for the sake of drinking, I'm like, I like me some Utica Club. Real talk. Real talk. Game 3 incoming. Can't believe I forgot about KSL. Like, real talk. That's nice. I looked ahead on the calendar, and then I think I'm gonna have to just mark it in my Google Calendar. Here we are getting into game number 3 in this best of 5 finals of the 84th Korean Starcraft League. Which used to be weekly, now we only get one a month so far. Unless we get some help, but how you guys can help is using those Matcherino codes, please and thank you. It's free, fucking just click a couple buttons. For the love of God, it doesn't cost you anything other than a couple goddamn clips. Alright, spawning in the bottom right-hand corner. Possibly cannon rushing, or at least walling like Roddy. It is Hero. Okay? His opponent in the upper left with a hell of a run tonight, making his way into the finals. 2-1ing beyond. 2-1ing Classic. It is Creator. We're on Ruby Rock, our third map, as we get into this. Okay, it's just... Is he gonna 1-gate expand? What is Hero? Okay. He's just doing Roddy Sim City, I guess. Hero's having fun, I think. One thing that you can say about Hero, he's got the killer spirit, but it's kind of like Estrella. I feel like Hero can still have fun with this game. Even when, like, money's on the line and anywhere. It's one of a very redeemable quality for a player in my eyes. When you've been playing this game for so goddamn long. Estrella hasn't even been playing. I hit him up for some stuff too. It's like he's saying it's not, which is, it feels bad, man. I love Estrella. That's why I'm bringing him up. Our best American player. Hopefully he doesn't... He isn't in retirement here soon, too. And hopefully we have some more StarCraft for us. I mean, a lot of people are like, yeah, it is what it is wherever we're at, but... NAB Hearn. Okay, it's double adept versus double adept. Proxy Robo. Yet again in near center of the map. With another pylon. The safety pylon. Should he need to get something else out. So 2 adept opener. Creator just opening standard there. Knows there's no other pylon from Hero. So this is very, very committed His third pylon, even part of the proxy. It's going to be a 4 adept opener. Probe is going to go down. The creators to adepts. Those adepts going to be going as well. I think creator may catch this. We'll see if hero cancels. Creator cancels. Creator's going to expand, so he's going to have to defend. And he doesn't have a no shield battery, no additional tier tech. Huh. All right, so Adepts versus Adepts. The Big Daddy Immortal is going to be coming out here for Mr. Hero. He's getting a couple more Adepts out. He's going to have 2 sentries with it. 4 Adepts, 2 sentries. War Prism coming out. We're getting our Robo from Creator, and he does have a shield battery in his mineral line. It's a lot of Adepts from Creator. Hero getting his additional pylons, so he doesn't get supply blocked after the fact. War Prism coming out. Now the thing is about Adepts is they don't shoot up. The Adept's just gonna miss the War Prism. Hero keeping everything back defensively. Chrono Boost on a War Prism for Creator. Okay, I see the plan here. Hero's going to depower the pylon, preventing gateway production. Sentries do pretty good damage here. Hero is going to lose some shields pretty quickly. However, Hero, he needs to pay attention on the defense. Honestly, that was 200 IQ gameplay. Big Daddy Immortal going to be coming out. Hero trying to pulverize the pylons, but Hero, save your Immortal. Here comes the Big Daddy Immortal. He wanted to get one of the pylons, but this is a 2-base classic who scouts the proxy, sees the Immortal coming in. The second Immortal is picked up in the War Prism. Hero with a pretty good defense in the back foot of it, but his army's all the way on the other side of the map. It's 2 Immortals versus 1 for the moment. There's a shield battery. The second Immortal gonna pop again. Hero really wants to get this pylon and will get it, but has to be mindful not to lose this War Prism. More Adepts coming. Hero getting his whole army across the map. He needs to consolidate together as another Immortal waddles its way in. Okay, this is where Hero's gonna have to... he's gonna be really careful with that barrier. And now Hero has his sentries here. Force field's coming into play. It's gonna be pretty nice. One of the Immortals falls for Hero, but guess what? Hero leads in total army supply. I think Hero has cheesed his way to victory here pretty soon. We'll see it. He bamboozled Creator. T1 Hero taking it. All right, I can get down with after a long day with some fast-paced PvP. I'll be real with you guys. But can we get a game 5 at least? Right now, as much as I love Starcraft, I don't know if I'd have it in me for 5 games. Going to the distance of 30-minute TVZs, for example, or like PVZs. Ay. Or TVTs. Or PvPs can, but I think these guys are playing it very aggressively, so the most we might touch into the late game. I have a feeling anyway. We'll see. They could prove me wrong. We could end up with the craziest game of all time in the next game, for all we know. And PvP does have some of it. I've seen stuff in the last year that has never been done in StarCraft 2 because of the map features, and I'm sure it's maybe happened on latter games, but there's been some wacky shit happening. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into it. All right, this man wants his comeback. He started off at an L, but he certainly didn't get one of the last 2 games. From T1 Gaming, he's back at it again. We got Mr. Hero. And his opponent in the upper left, he's blue. Give it up for Creator. We're on Winter Madness for our 4th map. Hero again. SimCity. Is he going to proxy Robo again? That is my question. Is Hero going to proxy Robo again? What do you guys think? Let me know. All right. Creator going for a gate scout. Hero kind of doing similar, maybe. We'll see. Is it going to be a proxy? It's a little bit late for a proxy pylon initially, but he can still try to worm his way in. I think Creator is going to figure that out if at this point. We actually have had some pretty wild games in this series. The last two were fucking definitely a little bit on the banger side. Let's see here. What do we get? Cybercore, double gate, pretty standard stuff. That one is technically a bit of a wall, though. It walls off this side, but there's lots of gaps for shades to get in for adepts, obviously. A hero might just be metagame proxy. Oh, yeah, he is going to metagame proxy pylon. For now. So, just up in the upper right-hand corner of the map, second pylon to confuse Creator. He's been proxy roboing him, and that could actually be a really big move. Hero going to keep his probe here to scout the units. Double Stalker opener versus double Adept. Hero going to try to make his way in. He's getting under Creator's skin. Creator's like, hang on. Is he really going to do it? Is Creator going to trap Hero's probe out? That's the question here. He's right there. He is going to trap the probe out. So Hero's going to try to do his best to get that probe back home if he could. Creator's still out with his probe. Hero wants to see these stalkers confirm what units they are and does get that confirmation. Is going to lose the probe. Creator gets his probe out for free for now. Stalker's looking around the map. He might go. Does he know where it is? Let's see. He's just poking around looking for proxy pylons. Seeing if it's proxy robo. Hero just mind gaming. Okay, so he's going Stargate. It's going to be a robo from Creator. Which in some cases can be a build order loss. Not entirely, but it's PvP, but you know. Adept's gonna get the probe for free. 4 Adepts are out. Probably gonna be a Warp Prism from Creator. We'll see. If he goes Immortal. Okay, Hero's going Robo behind the Stargate. Alright, he needs to buy time. He knows things are gonna be aggressive. Oracle is out. We do have a shield battery coming from Creator, so Hero's best bet is honestly, yeah, oh, that's rough. Oh no, the shade, I don't know. Wait, actually the shade does help. He gets some damage on the one stalker. DPS of funnily enough, Hero is at a spot. Well, we get 2 sentries. Stasis ward's not going to land. That's immediately stopped. But a little bit of lost mining time, I guess, is better than nothing as long as the Oracle survives. Hero could be in the inverse of a Dave game, right, guys? Except for, no. Creator dropped an expansion. Hero's on the other foot. What I mean is, what if we saw that based Immortal Void Ray play? We're not going to. This might be a little difficult for Hero. He's gonna have Oracles, he's gonna have an Immortal. It's all on one base. He's really gonna want to get... Okay, he's gonna try to expand. So make no mistake, in my mind, Creator's insanely ahead. However, 2 Oracles can out DPS the shield battery. Should the sentries be dealt with, etc. Hero just kind of getting some scouting in with these Adepts. And pressure. Hero gonna send the Adepts in, trying to debate. Might actually get a little bit of a bamboozle. He's gonna see where... He's also using these to see where the Stalkers are. And guess what? There are Stalkers here, but Hero's gonna get a few workers. Doesn't want to lose the Oracles. He's gonna lose 1. Get 7 workers. He's trying to size up the situation and buy himself time because his Nexus is down. Now Hero's on equal workers, basically. I know he's technically up 1, but I think actually Hero's not in a horrible spot as he could be. That being said, hey, Blink going down for Creator's really good. The fact that they both have Robos is good. The Oracle's still a threat, but at the end of the day, not too bad. Yeah, this may be a tell to Hero that he's getting pushed inside of the Warp Prism. It's 2 sentries and 2 stalkers. Okay, now there's a Warp Prism for Hero. So there is a possibility where Creator could force field this army back. Oh, he's gonna get the scouter pylon. He doesn't know what's in this warp prism. 2 zealots coming into play here. Uh-oh, here comes 2 immortals in there. Okay, just gets a pylon, forces hero back. The oracle still being a nuisance. That's just the initial proxy pylon. A phoenix out from hero is actually a very smart play. He can chase down this warp prism and actually get real damage, forcing a recall. Baller move now. Hero goes for his 3rd tech structure. He's went from Stargate into Robo. Delayed his Nexus. Creator goes, you know what? We got to get a 3rd base. This is Protoss versus Protoss, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, Hero going for a double immortal drop in the net, where he was used to getting the Oracle harassing. He can get the Stalkers, he can get some damage on probes, he's gonna get some lost mining time. Hero needs to save these immortals. Blink's almost done, that's terrifying. So this is a smart play from Hero, but it's gonna really hedge on him keeping immortals alive, like truth be told. Resonating glaives. So he's trying to go for that immortal resonating glaive play. However, Creator is supply blocked, yet not out of this. And here comes the immortal drop into the natural. Creator does that blink. He's gonna target fire the warp prism, he gets it. The boys are pulled, the immortals do a great damage point to the stalkers. But Creator ultimately finds himself in an okay position for the moment. What he needs to know is what he's up against. Because he really needs Archons. Creator does have a 3rd gas drop and did get his 3rd base, but realistically, Adepts, I mean, numbers can still work. The Resonating Glaive Adepts with Immortals. You really want Archons. Guardian Shield could help if he can keep, you know, kind of keep the sentries out of there, and they do the extra damage to, yeah, this is gonna be a wild one for Creator. He's like, oh boy. Hero managed to make a decent decision here. Nice blink back from Creator. Does take a lot of damage on that Stalker, but still, realistically, it's 2 base to 3 base. Oof, oof, the Phoenix. The Phoenix is doing work on that Immortal. However, this awkward exchange is going to be met with a big bunch of Adepts hitting into the natural. A lot of Creators, workers forcing a recall. And, yeah. The Stalkers don't do that fantastic against Glaive Adepts. They do alright. Forcing a recall, though, Creator does. We're still gaming here. Creator's up a base, mind you, so... Hero has a proxy. Oh my god, Hero even proxies a fucking gate behind this? Hero's army supply is massive, so like, yeah, this is where it's crazy, because there's still an Immortal with full health for Hero, and the army supplies is massive. So even though there's a base advantage, okay, so yeah, he wants to get that Immortal, but all these Adepts coming in is the biggest problem. And that pylon is not going to block that many Adepts. They're just going to destroy that with one shot, basically. So many Adepts, well, essentially. Oh. A crazy play from Hero. What a tech switch followed by a tech switch followed by a tech switch. And there's just not enough here to really get the most damage done. Worker count's kind of close. It's coming down to the army supply. Some slow zealots coming in to try to buffer, I guess, but Adepts just shoot through zealots. Warp prism being used to try to pick up the Stalkers, which are going to blink in, and GG. Hero takes it in a 3-1 victory. He will be the champion of the week. Pretty good series. It's PvP, but... all right. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I am out of this bitch. half hours of Starcraft and after work. Uh, 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 uh. I'm gonna go raid. Raid. Have a good night, everybody. I'll see you all tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern time. I need a few minutes. Well, I need more than a few minutes. Holy smokes, it's almost 1. Alright, catch y'all on the flip. Let's raid out. GG. Good night.